Hi guys, I hope you guys can hear us. Yes, again, I'm with our favorite. I'm with the girl was here with the Xhosa tag, and then I got her to come again. So greetings, everybody, reporting live from from the shops, the mall. Yeah, it's not Hatfield. I'm not in Hatfield, but yeah. So I decided that since it's Women's Month and there's that topic that's been burning inside of me, and then I thought, oh, we're gonna be eating nothing big. We're not hungry, but we just thought gonna get something. Yeah, nah, so this is just what we're having. Because I'm a meat person, I don't want to have anything else. So I hope you guys don't mind looking at us while we're eating. And then once again, I'll give her an opportunity to introduce herself. I hope you can hear us. Please excuse the background noise. As I said that we are not at our place. We also not at our usual spot. Like I said in the previous video, we are experiencing problems. We can't shoot at my place or her place because of those COVID. But we're making it work. We're giving you content. Right. So I'm gonna give her an opportunity to introduce herself again. She must tell us who she is, why she's here today, because we're not doing a class attack today. We're doing something extremely close to my heart. So take it over. Wow.
Okay. Hi guys. To those who know me, it's your girl, Piwe Maqina, and those who don't know me, still Piwe Maqina. Today we're talking about teenage pregnancy. So, if you don't know me, I'm a fine mommy.
Fun mommy indeed. My mom is making it work.
I have
Definitely.
I have a daughter who's turning 3 in September the 27th.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try ask you a few questions, but what I want from you is for you to just feel free, talk to us. So the platform is open. But firstly, I'd like to know how you knew you were pregnant and when did you find out? When did you find out? Were you planning on finding out? Let's take it one step at a time. So the first question is,
How did I find out?
how did you find out? And with like, did you have like symptoms that made you do a test or yeah?
Okay. You see, I wanna say this first of all. You sometimes it's like yes, monomus. That's what I know.
No, you.
You see, when you're not expecting something, you don't notice the signs, the symptoms that are present at the moment. Because for me, I didn't have cravings, I didn't have anything. I literally went on my period. Ne? And like when I then eventually found out, the doctor explained that it's not a period. When you're pregnant, you do bleed and all those things. Ne?
So when you're saying you had your period, I feel like that's one thing that confuses me the most. People will say I had my period for 9 months. Is it period or is it bleeding? And
The doctor said you think it's a period because it comes out from the same place as the period.
How long was it?
For me, what the doctor said that if your normal period was like 4 days and then all of a sudden it's like 1 or 2 days, then it's not a period. So for me,
bleeding.
exactly. So I had that, and I didn't have it for 9 months. I had it for like 3 months, I think. I think I had it for 3 months because one, I'm a person who has like an intermittent period. It's not constant. It's not like every month period. Ne?
So intermittent means it comes and
It
goes.
comes and goes. It comes and goes. When it feels like today, it's there. When it doesn't feel like, I didn't have a constant period. So even if I missed my period, I didn't have that. Oh my
like,
God,
I was
I'm
worried,
pregnant.
yeah.
You know, because I had like literally gotten used to the fact that I'm having an intermittent period. Like I'm saying, when you don't expect something, you don't really think, now I missed my period this time because now there's a baby.
So how old were you when you found out you were pregnant?
So I got pregnant when I was 16.
Okay.
I was doing grade 11 that time. And when we count with the baby date, I think I got pregnant in December.
December 2016 or 2015?
20,
No.
2016.
Okay.
December 2016. And then January I got my period. I remember January I was at my aunt's place in Pretoria, visiting my aunt in Pretoria. And then I had cramps that particular day, and in my head I was like,
Period pain.
period pain. And then I had gotten my period shortly after the cramps, which is
You got
not
your
a period,
period,
my period.
yeah.
Ne? So I got my period January, February. I went back to the Eastern Cape. I met the Zazi. We were in love. And then all of a sudden, you see, like when you're so comfortable with the person, he starts noticing that like my breasts are changing. And I'm like, I've read it somewhere where it says you can still have your
Yeah.
breasts changing and then
You're not pregnant.
Yeah, well, and then we're like, we're not pregnant. Ne? January, February, and mind you, I never had cravings. I never had like
Morning
nothing. I
sickness.
never had morning sickness. I never had nothing. Ne? And then he would joke around. He'd be like, so like, you know, the casual conversation you have that, what if I would get pregnant type of thing. And then he's like, no, if you get pregnant, then we'll have to accept her, blah blah blah. You'll see all things nice, sugar and spice, because we were yeah, it was fine, no problem. January, February, March, I was getting my period. And then April, I didn't get my period. Usually, if it decides to come, it comes on the first week or the last week of the month. Ne? So I didn't get it on the first week. I was like, no, chill. Ne?
We'll wait for the last week.
I get to the last week, it doesn't come again. I'm like, okay, it started lazy dosas. No problem. And then what happened, Conch? And then on the during April, I remember I would like now that I found out that I was pregnant, I was like, this when it happened, so it meant this. So
So now
during
things
April,
made sense.
I hated the smell of Ariel soap. It made me vomit. I
Oh my
hated, so to a point where I would literally wash my clothes with a separate soap from everyone else at home, because I hated the smell of Ariel. I remember in the morning, if I eat cereal, I would immediately go vomit after eating the cereal.
So was that part
And
of your morning sickness, or was just like something that you really didn't like?
I think it was part of my morning sickness because I didn't eat new porridge or start new food in the morning, new breakfast. I was eating the same thing because I can't go to school without eating. So I would like make it a point that I have my porridge. If my mom makes us porridge, it's porridge. If it's Weet-Bix, it's Weet-Bix. You know, the like your usual cereal.
Yeah.
And then I remember I vomited it on a Monday and on a Tuesday. But when I vomited it on a Monday, my mom was not there. So when I vomited it on a Tuesday, it was at night. It was not in the morning. I just like wanted to eat cornflakes.
Yeah.
And then I was eating my cornflakes. And then next thing, I'm vomiting my cornflakes. And then my mom is like, maybe nenyong. How do you say nenyong in English?
Isn't it gal?
Bile.
Bile. Yeah. Yeah, you have bile. So it's a common thing inyong, like but when there is inyong or you vomit, you feel sick, and yeah, makes sense why your
To a
mom
point
got
whereby
inyong.
the next morning she bought it's this size. I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called. It tastes more like mayo jelly. She would like it's for
Cleaning your stomach.
So she bought me that, and then I took it. After
So you
that,
actually drank it. Didn't you? Were you not suspicious that maybe I'm pregnant?
I get it. We were suspicious at first. Oh, I forgot to mention. We were suspicious at first.
Yeah.
When we were seeing the breast thingy. Because usually I'm not a big person, but I don't have the smallest stomach ever. So it wasn't the case of now my stomach is big, whatever.
Yeah.
No. So we and then he was like, no, you know what? Let's get a pregnancy test. Nyani, he gets two of them, and then they come up negative.
Wow.
Fine.
Okay.
After they come up negative, it's okay, fine. We carry on with life.
Yeah.
I remember. You see when a person doesn't want to show you they're scared, but you can literally see but they're scared.
So baby daddy was
He
scared.
was terrified.
So don't you think he knew,
I suspect he knew.
but he just didn't want to say it? So he was like praying, but it's not true, please Lord, like it's not possible kind of thing. But he didn't want to say it to you because he was scared, but you would freak.
Yeah.
And what if Vele he kind of missed. So he was hoping that it was, like I understand, but I think he kind of knew.
Yeah. So, and then one other thing I noticed now that everything has happened and it's now, I used to like tomato, like white bread, have irama, like your butter, your tomatoes, and sprinkle aromatiniana.
Okay.
I would
Was
eat,
it Jay on a normal basis, or now that was your cravings?
I would eat it day in, day out, day in, day out. I remember at his home they don't like tomatoes, so if I ask him to make me the sandwich,
You'd have to go buy the
he'd have to
tomatoes.
go buy tomatoes because they know tomatoes at home. They don't like tomatoes.
So when did you start? Okay, let's take it step by step. Let's start the first trimester. Mind you, you lost 3 months out of the first trimester because you didn't know. No? And there's that thing that apparently when you start to know, now everything happens.
Exactly.
Please take us through that until the end of your first trimester. Trimester is 3 months, right? Second trimester. How many trimesters are they? Three. So we're done with the first trimester. You didn't know for the first trimester. Now we are in the second trimester. Please take us through your cravings. Were you able to sleep?
I didn't have cravings. I was still saying about my period in April. Yeah? Fine. I missed my period in April. And then what I did, I continued like wearing my pads and everything because I was like, it might come anytime since I missed it. And then like I continued wearing it for 10 days, I think. And I was like, it's not coming. And then I think on my ninth or 8th day, my mom saw me when I was washing and was like, girl, you don't have a period again. And I'm like, yeah.
The usual.
And she knew I had an intermittent period. But because, mothers, she was like, and
they spy.
And then now my school was next to my house, so there was no need for me to pass by town when I'm going home. So if my mom wants me to do something for her, she calls me to town before I come out from school, so that by the time I'm coming out, I know I have to go to town.
Yeah.
And then my mom usually is straight up, please come to town to do ABC. But that particular day where she was gonna take me to the doctor, she didn't say anything. She was like, after you come out from school, you come to my office. And then I asked,
why?
What for? Because I'm not asking that I don't want to come, but there are usually things that I have to bring. Let's say she wants me to help her with groceries. I decide to go back home, put my school bag, and go. So that's why I asked about what. I didn't ask what because I didn't want to go.
I hope you didn't say what. You said, what must I bring?
No, I was like, she texted my friend. I remember, sorry. She texted my friend, and then she was like, tell Piwe to come to town after school. So I asked my friend, for what? Did she say for what? And then my friend was like, I'm gonna ask her. So my friend asked my mom, she was asking for what. So I don't know how she asked it, but I'm sure it wasn't in a bad way.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, I will, it's a surprise.
It definitely was a surprise.
Fine, when we get at my mom's office, she's acting normal. She's fine. We do the usual, like she asked me to print some things for her and everything. Yeah, we go to the doctor. Mind you, I didn't know the doctor, and the doctor's next to my mom's office. So this is my mom's office. It's like a mini Roman church, and then it's the doctor's office. So we went there. We get there. I get almost I'm fundile.
Yeah, smart.
When I enter the door, it's a written
dog.
It's written doctor name, but what stood out was the gyna. The
Yeah.
GY something
Did you,
GYN.
did you not feel like you want to faint?
At that point, I was like,
Bastards, they got me.
is this woman suspecting I'm pregnant?
She wasn't
And then-
suspecting.
She knew, but she just wanted to
She
like
wanted
confirm.
to confirm. Mom,
We get in there, I'm confident. Like from I did a pregnancy test. I'm not
Said
pregnant.
negative.
Yeah, but I get
Pregnancy
in.
test.
We get in, and then the doctor's asking questions. I tell the doctor, but I know I already have an unusual period,
Period.
so me
Nothing
missing a
to worry
period is
about,
not.
yeah.
Yeah. And then he asked when was last. This is now May the 20. I think the 25th. Like I waited for it on April, it didn't come. Now it's May the 25th. And then the doctor's busy writing test like
Taking the history. Neha.
thing is when I listen to other people's stories when they go to the clinic, they asked given a cup, pee here. I think my doctor was like, I can see your face, you can see my face. She was like on top of the bed, sauna.
Guilt. So you had guilt written all over your face.
I
Or
didn't
she
have
kinda
guilt.
knew
I think as a doctor when you ask questions, you know, but this is this.
Yeah.
He didn't ask it. It was a he. He didn't ask me to go pee. He didn't ask me to do anything. On top of the bed, gel thingy, and then they take the
sauna thing.
The sauna thing. Yeah, ultrasound. Like guys, and we are medical students.
Forgive us.
Yeah, but and then immediately when heartbeat.
Wasn't it your heartbeat? I feel like I'd be like, no, it can't be. It's mine. It's my heartbeat. It's probably my stomach. There is no way. It's my heartbeat. It's my heart beating.
And Yabona, at that moment, I had a blackout.
Really?
I wanna call it blackout because I
You didn't
I
hear
just
anything
froze.
after that.
I didn't hear anything after.
Hectic.
I literally didn't hear anything after that, and my mom is like, you know what I love about my mom?
Speak.
You know what I love about mom? My mom is a person of integrity. My mom doesn't want to. I'm not discriminating anyone's mother. If you
No, it's just strictly us.
if when your mother finds out and is like you're nowhere, it's her way of reacting. My mom was just quiet and like in
Waiting
the
for you
doctor's
to
face.
explain.
In the doctor's face, but
Oh, waiting for the doctor to explain.
what do you mean there's a heartbeat? Yeah, but and then the doctor's like, doctors are chilled because doctors will never come with the idea that
It's
this is
a bad
teenage.
thing. Yeah, it's a bad thing.
The doctor was like, oh, you're pregnant. And then he's smiling. Oh, you're pregnant.
Oh,
and then
my
like,
word.
and then I'm there frozen. I didn't even look at the screen. I was just looking on the other way because I was like,
Akana timing. I mean, you could have chosen to come another time, not now. And like the way your mom found out.
and then we're like, go. And then it's like, and then my mom is like, how many months? And then the doctor is like, not 1, not 2,
Not 3,
not 4,
5
months.
Oh.
And then the doctor is like, she's 5 months and a few weeks.
Yo.
So maybe like 2 weeks nyana. And then my mom is like, is it possible to find out the gender? Oh, poor woman. Yes, I'm telling my mom, guys.
Your mom like literally skipped the whole process of being shocked and being angry straight to being, let's find out at least about.
And then my mom was like, can we find out the gender? And then
Oh,
the doctor was
mom.
like, it's possible to find out the gender, but because now the baby's already grown, she's sitting in a way that
Is not.
she will tell the gender, but it's not confirmed.
Okay.
And then he was like, because of this and this, naming the anatomy, because of this and 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 this.
And the physiology and-
I suspect it's a girl.
Oh, okay.
I'm
No,
like-
shout out, doctor.
Yeah, but,
Mm.
and then we're like, okay, fine, sure. We move out. Now it's time to go. I'm busy dressing up. I'm like, now I'm facing this woman. Yeah. I'm busy dressing up, and then we are walking. Yeah, here's a conversation, guys. We are
Composer.
walking out of the doctor's office, going. We wait. Oh, the doctor's busy writing down that we have to go to the lab for testing. Don't, because there are certain tests that you have to do when you're pregnant. The lab for testing. Don't. No problem. My mom's sitting there, accepts the document, folds the envelope, puts it there, and then we go. Now we're walking. I just let her walk
In front of
in
you.
front. I'm there. And then she turns, she's like, "Ukotel Anton."
What does that mean? Like, why are you walking slowly?
I'm like, I pick up the pace, Nyana, and Nyana, we get to the office. When we get to the office,
How old were you? 15?
16.
16. Oh my word.
When I get there, I just like cried and like asking for forgiveness. I asked for forgiveness. I was kneeling down. I was like,
It was a mess.
I didn't know. And Nyani, I literally didn't know.
Because you had negative pregnancy test. I mean,
Nyani, I'm like, oh, my mom, I didn't know. My mom is just looking at me like, okay. And I could see, but she is fuming.
Disappointed.
And then she's like fuming, she's disappointed. She's like, how could you do this? Like, njani, like explain to me. Like she was just wow. And then she went through the phase like any other parent would do, like shouting and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that she was being a mom.
Yeah.
And then like we went through that phase of which, and this would detailed to say what she said this, she said this,
Yeah,
she said
no.
this, she said
You probably won't even remember half of the things because at that time you were blacked out.
yeah, but no. After that, my mom is like, let's go to the lab before they close.
All right.
Yeah, we go to the lab. We started testing for HIV, Bomanton, yonke lento that you need to test for.
So they draw your blood from here for the testing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem. Everything happened like that, and then after that day, we went home.
Yeah.
When we went home, I'm like, oh mama, let me tell my dad for one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was brave. That was brave.
Because I kind of felt that my mom will say it, and then my dad might feel like she's defending me.
Because your mom is your mom, and your mom is also like a woman, and she's also your friend.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And then after that day, what happened? Nyani, we went home. After we got home, mind you, at school I'm a prefect. I forgot to mention.
Okay.
Whole
prefect.
Now the time is like May. So I remember the following day I was going to write my physics.
All right.
It was a control test, it wasn't an exam. Probably I might take an exam because at that point the report was going to come out based on those particular exams. Ne?
Yeah.
No problem. I go to school. I was so stressed. I didn't tell the baby daddy. I didn't tell my friends. I didn't tell anyone. I just went to my school. I remember to show that I was so stressed. Oh, I forgot to mention. My queen, my mother, my everything, my Dora. She woke up in the morning. She's like, "You did a mistake." We just went to like my private room. She's like, you did a mistake. This thing has happened. It's fine. Yes, I'm
disappointed. So that in case they don't hear us, because I feel like, yeah, sorry, you did a mistake.
So I did a mistake. This thing happened. So yes, I'm disappointed. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I'm everything. But it won't stop me from giving you the support you need at the moment.
Okay.
And I was like, we were both crying.
That moment
because she was
so cute.
Yeah,
so honeymoonish.
Because with any other parent, I feel some other parents react in a way that they don't give you the necessary support
that you need.
And I feel like I understand I made a mistake and I understand I need to be corrected, but there's a certain time to correct me, not when
already it has happened, and this is the time when now you have to go through the emotions
I
as
don't
well.
judge any parent for their judgment or their way of disciplining their children, but I felt my mom made me feel that yes, I did make a mistake, and I think it's the reason why I did not give up on life. Ne? I think it's the reason why I did not, because of the support she gave me. She was not in support of the idea that I was pregnant at a young age. She was just saying, now that you're pregnant, where to from here?
Okay.
You know. So I went to school. I was so stressed. I was writing my physics exam. I remember I only wrote the multiple choice, my name, and then slept. My report came back. I was having level 1 because I was like not thinking straight. And then I go to my baby daddy. I'm like, hey daughter, Shubi.
Yeah.
And then I took so long to tell him. I think I took like a week. I took so long because I felt I was a disappointment. I need to say that I felt I was a disappointment because I was there, man. I had the academics. I was a prefect. I was a stray child. It was just this one
thing. And you also your mom's first child, your mom's first daughter, and then also you've got your little sister there. You know, I kind of understand why you felt like a disappointment.
So I felt there's not even a need to tell anyone, like even my baby daddy. But at the end of the day, he didn't desert me or anything. And another thing I feel that made me not want to tell him, it's because I was thinking, what was Anshiala?
Why? Did he show signs of?
No.
You just were scared from what you like people used to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bang. Oh, Anshiala now. Who's our one man? Akasekho right. Akasekho pretty.
But then I feel like it needs to be addressed. There's this thing of I don't know, because right now, what about you wanting to leave him because he's put this baby in you. So it's why should it always be a woman's fear why the guy's gonna leave?
To a point, when I made the decision to tell him, I said to myself, I'm gonna get to him and be like, decide now whether you want to be part of this baby or not. So that if you don't want to, I go home and be like, I don't know who's the father. Because I need to, you don't want to be part of it.
So you were literally gonna say that, but I don't know.
I was, and I feel Ndobana, I just wasn't thinking straight because I was stressed and everything. I was like
you were also scared.
I was terrified. Yeah. I couldn't even tell my best friend because we had been so in the path together. We were both academic students. We like my best friend of the time, Mulunje. Shout out to her. Yeah, like I couldn't even tell her because I felt I disappointed her
as well.
How could I just, because now it meant we are not going to attend our matric dance together. We even said that we usually liked getting the same things. We even said that
Ndobana fall pregnant at the same time.
No. We even said that if she's not the head girl, I should be the head girl. You see those things, and I felt I just spoiled everything.
The whole thing.
Yeah. And then eventually, when I told him, I was like, "Hey, daughter, Shobile, this is what happened." He really supported me. Shame I don't want to lie. He was there. We were both students. We were both scared. So there was nothing else we could do other than be there for each other.
Fair.
Yeah, but to a point where he would ask, but I also loved mango juice so much. There's this pure joy thingy that is this much. So he would make the lunchbox. He had tomato sandwich and the pure joy, yeah, mango, and I remember those chips, the Lay's. It was a new flavor then. It's a type of cheese flavor. I forgot what it was. And then after that, going back to what Rutine was said, immediately when you know that you are pregnant, my stomach,
it was now showing.
Oh, and I'm like, word. Where were you all this time?
Because I'm 5 months. Now you're deciding to grow.
Where were you all this time? My stomach started to grow and my nose started to become bigger. I started to become fatter and all those things.
Now,
and then it was like that.
And then your sleeping patterns, because I know that usually people have difficulty sleeping.
Yeah,
difficulty
I had a difficulty sleeping because now if I sleep in a certain position, my back hurts. If to a point when my mom got me an extra pillow to put between my legs, because I felt like if my legs are a little bit apart from each other, it's much better. And then I would get up. Funny thing is, Betunana, my dad. Okay, fine. So my mom was like, I know I'm gonna tell your dad. So my mom comes back and is like, I told your dad and your dad did not answer. I said, okay, fine, this is what has happened. The girl is pregnant. And he just sat there quiet. He didn't say anything. He didn't even say, okay, okay. And then a few minutes later, he just walked out. And then comes the following day. When the following day comes, Betunana, my dad has changed the locks
of the house. Oh my word. Does that mean he was chasing you out?
Maybe indirectly, I don't know.
Okay.
My dad has changed the locks. So I would usually come back earlier from school because now I'm closer home, and then my